NHL primetime from the Brampton Center. Tonight's starting lineups from the Guelph Storm and the Battalion are being announced as we speak, as we get set for the national anthem. There is the starting goalie for the Guelph Storm, Craig Anderson in the net, replacing the veteran Chris Madden. Mark, that is not a shocker. Anderson has played well against the Battalion this season.
Third-round draft pick of the Calgary Flames in 1999. Doug, and as you point out, Anderson getting his second start head-to-head against the Battalion. He backstopped the Storm to a 6-4 victory out in Guelph. Anderson, obviously a good choice.
David Chant in the net for the Brampton Battalion. Chant has been the go-to guy of late.
Fifth-round draft selection of the Brampton Battalion last year, has started every game against the Guelph Storm. Had a rocky yank in the side back on January 14th, but David is starting to come around and showing the prowess that he had earlier on in the year.
Malhotra and McClement in the face-off circle, kicking things off. Malhotra runs over Kearns. They bump at the blue line, cleared into the Brampton corner. Klesla after it. Klesla and Malhotra runs into him, standing him up straight. Played back, kept in at the blue line. Matlick gets knocked off stride. Bateman's got a man with him. Lets it go. Anderson, rebound. Big save by Craig Anderson.
And it's almost maybe the big powerhouse that was in the O playing against one that could.
There's a goal. Good things happen when you shoot the puck at the net. And it went off of Anderson, off the defenseman, and in the net. The Battalion jump out to a 1-0 lead.
Well, we're going to wait for the sure. Sorry about that, cutting you off during there, Doug. Again, Bateman parked at a good time, and an unlucky break for goaltender Craig Anderson, who looks pretty good so far this evening. And as you say, Doug, throw it towards the net, and good things can happen. We'll wait for the official. It may have been Rice. We also saw Bateman cruising around in front.
Job battling in the corner as the Battalion come away with it. Klesla shot, low, rebound. Thompson couldn't control it. Torres' shot goes over top of the net. He had the whole shelf to shoot at and put it right over top. There's a shot. They score! Klesla let the shot go from the blue line, obviously deflected in front of Craig Anderson. The Battalion are up by a pair.
Going to be Rostislav Klesla's 16th goal of the season, and the Battalion work the point men well on this power play. Back and forth between Maleko and Klesla just lets one fly after Anderson made a very nice pad save.
I think you're going to see Scott Thompson tip it in front. Watch Thompson right in front.
You see it again on the right-hand side of your screen, but here's what I'm talking about. Maleko and Klesla moving the puck so well.
Hard to pick up from that angle. The first replay we showed had Thompson's stick catch a piece of it as it got by Craig Anderson. That will be subject to change. Klesla's been giving credit for the marker, but I gotta believe that Thompson got a piece of that one. Off the face-off, Dahlman plays it for Mitchell with time. Lets it fly, scores! Kevin Mitchell.
5 seconds worth of power play, Doug. That's not too long at all in the combination of Kevin Dahlman along with Kevin Mitchell back at the point, and that's why the Storm were so successful not all that long ago.
Mitchell rings it off the post. Beautiful play as Mitchell picked the corner right off the post, put it home to cut the lead in half. The Battalion up 2-1 now in this hockey game with just 3:54 to go here in the first period. Torres picks it up on the far boards with time for Havel at the side. He had the open corner, couldn't get the one-timer away, poked it home, they wave it down.
Great chance there, Doug, for Lucas Havel, and I don't think he was expecting such a nice crisp pass that quickly. Caught him a little off guard, didn't really have his balance such that he could get a good shot off, but he had enough time as they try and pry Craig Anderson free with his skate caught in the mesh. There it is there. Havel shifting his weight already on the other foot, but for a little guy, he was in there quick enough to try and poke it free, and that's what you got to do. If you even think it's in, put your arms in the air. Maybe the ref won't have a view.
Watch the puck here, and we'll see if the puck crosses the line before Anderson kicks the net off the moorings. But Swain a good job to get it out. There's the puck. Anderson kicks the net, and it just slides in now. The net pops off the moorings as they're doing it. So we'll have to wait and see. They wave that one down. here in the Brampton Center.
Well, you know, Doug, I think Torres was trying to look to put the hit on Manny, but he stationed himself well.
Picked off by Bateman. Jeff Bateman to the side. Back to Bateman. They score! What a nifty two-way passing play from Lucas Howell to Jeff Bateman.
Jeff Bateman extends his point-scoring streak to 12 on a goal that you and I could even score, Doug. Great heads-up play from the start to intercept a clearing pass. Rafi Torres left down low, nobody paying attention to him, and puts it right back to Jeff Bateman. A nice little forward movement, and the puck's going to go in the net. Great view for you at home. Not much chance for Jan Hedberg. Didn't know what to do, decided to flop. Maybe that was a mistake, but good heads-up play by Rafi Torres. Shows you why he's going to be a high draft pick. Stayed down low, sensing that maybe Bateman could intercept it. He did, and the Battalion have a 3-1 lead.
Cross ice. McClement after it. Tied up with Kelly. Bounce back to the blue line. Harrison with time. Deflected. Thompson right in. Loose puck. Anderson. Kearns does a good job. Turnaround. Hits the post. Kearns again, feeds it out in front. There's another shot. Thompson with another crack at it, and finally gets hammered by Kent McDonnell. Gets up, and the punches are flying in front of Craig Anderson.
Well, you would wonder, Doug, when this is finally going to spill over, the importance of this game between these two teams. 2 points separate them. Brampton in 7th and the Guelph Storm in 8th in the current Western Conference playoff standings. And you got to wonder, is the horseshoe really that big that Craig Anderson is carrying with him? When he was sprawled out, he gets the bottom of his skate on the puck somehow, and then the next shot is stopped by his goal stick, which isn't in his hands. Good pressure by the Battalion. They jump on it down low. It's able to just keep it in. We'll move it along for you. Watch the skate there. Just gets a piece of it, and now Kearns is going to spin, hits the goalie's best friend in the red iron, and now a chance for Thompson, and that goes off of Anderson's stick when it's not even in his hands, and he finally gets to hold on to it. That could be a big point for the Storm, who have been even so far with the Battalion shots on goal, but they are unable to beat David Chant.
Through the middle, Gerby has it with 5 seconds to go. Gerby with one more opportunity as time winds down here in the second period. Torres and McSwain come together in the corner, and again the pushing and shoving continues. Torres going after his man. That's Kent McDonnell, I believe, in there. House and Torres. Charlie Stevens in the middle of all of that, as is Manny Malhotra.
Well, after Joe Gerby tries to put a few moves on Big J Harrison, and that's tough to do on the best of nights, Maleko has, and I think indeed that's Manny Malhotra. And while we couldn't tell, Doug, I think that may have been Eric Beaudoin coming in just to mix things up and try to get his team fired up before they head to the dressing room, because for the most part they have been outplayed rather badly in this game.
Yeah, still compete at that level. Thompson picks it up. Here's Kearns to the side. Big shot from McClement, and Anderson comes up with a pad save. Pass, Van Loosen controls it at center ice. Mitchell watching him. Rice heading to the front of the net. To Rice, he couldn't stick it in the open side. There's another pass. Bateman with a crack at it. Jeff Bateman left alone at the side of Craig Anderson. Game, fire it at the net, and good things happen. Here's a 2-on-1 break. Lucas Havel with Rafi Torres. Huge save by Craig Anderson, robbing Rafi Torres. Klesla fills in Manny Malhotra at the Guelph blue line. Stevens and Malhotra and it looks like Klesla will come together. Play continues, as it looks like Stevens wants to get after Rusty Klesla as well. Malhotra wanted to go with Klesla. He did not want to go.
Well, I'm not sure how many replays we're going to be able to show you in this little sequence, but first we mentioned Craig Anderson and how big is the last save that he made on Jay McClement. I'll tell you how big it is. Not as big as this one. Possibly the most lethal combo in the OHL, Lucas Havel and Rafi Torres, and Anderson comes up with a massive pad save to stop number 10 before he picks up his 41st of the season. And the Storm try to go right back, and then, you know, throughout this game, Rostislav Klesla has almost been inspired by the fact that there's an NHLer on the ice in the shape of Manny Malhotra, and he had Manny in the railroad tracks along the sideboards, and Malhotra didn't care too much for that. Caught, looked looking the wrong way. And there's nothing wrong with that hit. That's a solid shoulder to shoulder. Manny caught looking the wrong way. Klesla not slowing up at all. Now you may have wanted to, just like maybe a little respect for him, but the boards weren't going to be coming into play, and he was admiring where the puck should be coming from.
A good job fending off the check and getting the pass to Aaron Van Loozen. Van Loozen plays it in the corner. Anderson along Torres, outlet pass. Hobble with a nifty turnaround and comes away with the puck. He's got a man with him. Gets it for Raffy. Shot right on. Anderson slides across for the save. Harrington will come away with it. Nathan Harrington. He takes the heavy hit from Kevin Mitchell.
Pinching in, and a quick look at the top goaltenders in the OHL. No surprise, Levente Super having a good year. Andrew Raycroft not quite as sharp as he has been since the ankle injury.
Wood shot, he scores! Brad Wood! That is the backbreaker. A 4-1 lead for the Battalion over the Guelph Storm. And boy, Craig Anderson did not see that one. One of the few that Anderson could not stop in that net. He just didn't see it coming. A low hard shot from Brad Woods.
Cambridge, Ontario's Brad Woods. He'll pick up the goal that, as you point out, Doug, could be the backbreaker, and you can't really blame that man too much at all. The face-off, one clean by the Battalion, and they got it back to big number 8. He let one fire that, until we get a look at it, I don't think Anderson saw much of.
Behind the net, Gerby with the turnaround shot goes right through the crease. There's a pass to Rowan. It's onside. Rowan at the circle. He makes the move to the front. The shot, Anderson makes the save. Klesla picks it up behind the blue. He gets hammered by McDonnell, knee to knee, as we got a penalty going against McDonnell. And Klesla gets up and slams the glass.
Well, things might get a little nasty here. I think they're still trying to get a little retribution against Rostislav Klesla for the big hit that he put on Manny Malhotra, and Ken McDonnell decided he tried to get a good piece of Klesla. We'll have a look at it. Well, I'll let you be the judge of that at home. You never like to make a comment if he was actually looking for the knee or looking for the straight leg, I guess you call it now.
Yeah, it's just...
And if you're a Brampton fan, that's not a good sight right there. Unfortunately for Klesla, he was able to, and for all intents and purposes, lift his skate up enough so that it's not locked, and the bang you heard was Klesla banging his stick against the glass more for a little frustration.
Just when you think he's lost control, lost his balance, he lets go. A wicked shot right at the net. Torres out in front. Huge save from Anderson.
Minutes, which is something that is tough to do for a young team.
Hanchuk with time, drifts a shot right on net. Anderson steers it in the corner. Stevens has it. And Bateman will touch him. Time will wind down. And the Battalion will walk away with a huge victory in the Brampton Center. A 4-1 win over the Guelph Storm. There is Manny Malhotra's return to the OHL. So a big victory for the Battalion at the Brampton Center. 4-1 the final score. We're going to come back with more on OHL Primetime. Stay with us as we will return. Tickets are now on the horizon. On sale now, 4-game packages available until March the 20th. Purchases can be made, of course, at Battalion headquarters, 874-2393. It is the hottest ticket in town. And I'll tell you something, folks, what a great hockey game for Battalion fans. A big 4-1 victory here, Mark.
Oh, indeed, Doug, as they continue the battle, the Guelph Storm. 7th and 8th place in the Western Conference on the line. Not too many games left, and it doesn't get any easier for Guelph. They have to face the Plymouth Whalers tomorrow night, and the Whale on a 17-game winning streak, while Brampton will head off to take on the Owen Sound Platers. But it does give the Battalion now a 4-point gap in the 7th and 8th place spot. And if the Battalion can stay in 7th place, they'll take on the winner of the division, and that could be either the Kitchener Rangers or the Erie Otters.
Here is the 3-star selection for tonight. Jason Maleko with the 3rd star, Jeff Bateman 2nd star, and boy, did he have a handful of opportunities in front of Anderson, and Lucas Hobble picking up the 1st star.
Very quiet, like picking up 2 assists, and another big game for Lucas Hobble. They've missed him in the head-to-head matchups against the Storm, but he obviously shone tonight.
All right, thanks a lot, Doug. Here with Jason Maleko, tonight's third star. And Jason, first of all, how does it feel to officially be in the playoffs?
It's a pretty nice feeling. You know, we've come a long way from the start of last year. There's a lot of low points last year, but you know, we worked really hard for this moment, and to finally officially clinch it, it's a pretty nice feeling.
A very tough game today against a very tough Guelph squad. Manny Malholtra's first game back in Guelph. How did you guys prepare for today, knowing that Guelph was going to be up with Malhotra back in the lineup?
Well, you know, he's a very good player, Manny Malhotra, but one player doesn't make the team, and we knew we had to have a good effort here. We were fighting goal for a playoff position. You know, we're fighting for the 7th seed, and we really needed this game. And I think everybody knew in the dressing room that it was a really big game, and I think everybody brought their A game, and I was really proud of the guys today.
Now, of course, you guys have Erie coming up on Sunday. That's a very, very big game for you guys.
Oh, definitely. You know, that we could be playing them in the first round of the playoffs, so it's we really have to come out, play hard. We're still fighting for spots, like I said, and we need 2 points. And I sent a little message to them, so in case we do face them in the playoffs, we really want to show them what we can do.
Now, one of the very few guys in the dressing room with any playoff experience, what are you telling the guys heading into the playoffs?
You know, we're a very hard-working team, and we play a kind of a playoff position kind of a game. And, yeah, I know I'm the only one with experience, but I think once we hit the playoffs, I think guys really step up their game, and I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
All right, Jason, great game today, and best of luck the rest of the way and into the playoffs.
Thanks a lot.
All right, back up to you, Doug.